Take 9. Hey guys, doing a great job. Now it's time for my mom.
Thank you, baby. Michelli here, Mouse Buster. This is the 9th time I've tried to make this video, so here's hoping. I think what I want to do is make a video for my clients and really anybody else who maybe needs to hear this. I'm thinking about you guys a lot this week. As I've gotten to check in with some of you and connect with many of you, I'm so inspired by your stories and your resilience. Single moms taking care of kids alone, sons taking care of their mothers, high school seniors giving up their senior year. It's a lot, and yesterday on my way home from work, I had to pull over and cry, not in a bad way, but in just that sort of like, sort of that grateful cry that we sometimes have to do, and because I'm so grateful for all of you, and I'm so grateful to be in your lives and getting to watch and witness all of this for you. You know, one of the things that's so great about the work that I do is that I get to be something of a record keeper for you, not just of the difficult things that are happening in your life, but also I get to record for you your strengths and resilience and wisdom. And so it feels like, what better time than right now to be reminded of your brilliance? And who better to remind you of that than me? And also I'm thinking about some of you who have not been able to get to me, and also some of you who have been able to get to me for therapy but maybe can't get enough of me. So here's a little virtual therapy session for you. First of all, there's a couple of things I wanna remind you of. The first one is all of the wisdom and healing and skill that you have picked up in therapy, or really anywhere in your life, all of that belongs to you. It's not contingent on being in my office, and it certainly belongs to you regardless of global virus, right? And so there's no chance of you reverting to old ways or old behaviors, because you're just not who you were before. It's just not possible. You are today someone new, someone with new wisdom and new skill and deeper healing. So I hear some of you worried that all the work you've done is going to be for nothing. You're just going to end up a big panic, depressed mess. And I can assure you that will not happen, at least not on my watch. The other thing I want to say, though, is while that healing is ours and it belongs to us, it's possible, really, like highly possible, right, that we're going to experience an escalation in some of our old symptoms, maybe even some new symptoms that we didn't know we were capable of. Anxiety and depression and rumination and anger. And so let's just go ahead and agree that my hair is really frizzy, but let's also just go ahead and agree that we're going to feel some stuff during this time. And I want to remind you of some things that I say to you a lot in my office. And the first one is, feelings are just information, right? And so while that feeling of fear and anger and dread, all of that's very real, it is in fact just a feeling, right? It's just information for you. It can't hurt you. As you may be experiencing depression or anxiety, remember too that the other thing that we talk a lot about in my office, that's biology. Anxiety is biology. It's your body's way of telling you that it needs you to move. And depression is your biology's way of telling you to rest. And sometimes anger or fear is your body's way of telling you to reach out for help. So, hey, buddy, no singing right now, okay? I'll let you sing at the end. So, feelings are information, symptoms are biology, and you know what to do with all of that, right? And what we talk about a lot in therapy is observe it, right? Look at that. That's a feeling. Name it. We call that anger, and then get in your body, get reconnected with your body, and ask yourself, what do I need to do with this information? I'm feeling angry. What do I need to do about it? Do I need to get up and go for a walk? Do I need to get in bed and take a nap? Do I need to take a shower? Do I need to have a drink? Right? Asking yourself, checking in with your body, and asking yourself, what is the feeling, or what is the experience asking of you? The other thing I want to remind you of, and this will get a big eye roll from some of you because I say this to some of you a lot in the office. When you start to feel, or if you start to feel anxious or afraid, ask yourself, what story are you telling yourself about this, right? Is it fact or fiction? And oftentimes we are suffering because
we don't know what it's gonna be.
Oftentimes, he's not wrong. Oftentimes we're suffering because we're telling ourselves a story that's not true. So as those feelings arrive, check it out, explore it with yourself. What is the story I'm telling here, right? So observe it, name it, and get into your body, and try to take notice of what your body is asking you to do, and then ask yourself, what's the story that I'm telling myself here, and is it fact or fiction? Hey, can I? You can stay right here, but don't get on my lap. The other thing that I want to say too is that get out of here. You can't make funny faces. This is very serious. The other thing that I have been thinking about a lot is values, and values is something that if you've been in therapy with me for any length of time, we've talked about your values and what do you want to stand for. And I have just been thinking about that so much. As yeah, you can have some. I bought those for you. I know, I'm the best. I refuse to do another take of this, so we're just going to keep going. Hold, please. Go ahead, open it. I want to cry. Okay, cool. Okay, thank you. This is the perfect segue into what I'm about to tell you. One of the things... Yes? Okay, thank you. Quiet now, okay? Please? Thank you. I've been thinking a lot about values, and it seems like yesterday and today in all of my sessions with you guys, we kept landing on the same conversation again and again. And that conversation is, what do you want to stand for, right? In this time in history, who do you want to be? And I think that most of our struggles will always lead us back to that question of values and who do we want to be in this moment. Because I think truly, for me, what I'm realizing is I think that's really the only thing I can control right now in my life is who do I want to be and what do I want to stand for. And yesterday, as I was visiting with so many of you, it became clear to me that I have the most incredible patience of any human being alive. But also that, one of the values I need to embody right now is generosity. I think that for me in this time, I can really get caught up in fear, and I think the antidote to that fear is generosity. And so the value that I want to anchor myself with is generosity, and apparently patience also. You know, there's this metaphor, or there's this thing in dance that we do. If you've ever danced, or if you've ever known anything about dancers, there's this thing we do called spotting, or setting a spot. And basically, it's a technique you use where when you're spinning, when you're turning, you find a spot on the you find a spot somewhere, a stationary spot, and you keep your eyes on it. And as you turn, you quickly get your head and your eyes back on that spot. Every time you turn, back to that spot. Again, you turn back on that spot. And the purpose for spotting is so that you don't lose your footing, right? Hold. Baby, can you turn it down a little bit? Bussy, can you turn it down or pause it? I'm almost done. The remote's right there. Thanks. Almost done, buddy. Thanks, baby. We're almost there. So the the spot or the anchor for me right now is my values, and the one that I am choosing to embody right now is generosity. And I even, like, I've written them down everywhere. I've just kind of written down this statement: I choose generosity, and I've stuck it all over my house, as a reminder. Oh, and this is Buster's.
Another one.
Yeah.
Your stuff is so cold.
Okay, buddy. Let mommy wrap this up, okay?
Okay.
Beat it. Please. 5 more minutes. Please. I beg you. No. Go. Dude, it's about to be on. Okay, thank you. I'm not going to do another take of this because it feels like it would be insincere, and this is my real life right now, and this is your real life right now. So this is how it's going down. So here's what I'm challenging you to do. I'm challenging you to ask yourself today, who do you want to be in this moment, in this time in history? What do you want to stand for? Remind yourself of what your values are. Write them down, put them around your house, and in every transaction you have with your children, your boss, the Grubhub delivery guy. What? Give me a second. Okay. In every transaction, I want you to ask yourself, is this who I want to be? Is this reflective of my values? For me right now in this moment, is my interaction with my son reflective of the things that I'm saying I want to stand for? Generosity and patience. I hope so. Oh my God, I hope so. So listen, so a couple things, right? I am in the office a couple of days every week. Small businesses or small offices like mine are exempt from the city ordinance to stay home. So I'm in the office if you're well and you want to come for a face-to-face. I'm also available by FaceTime and phone, and with much more limited interruption, I promise. So if you need me, please reach out and make an appointment. But also, if you're my client,
I need to say something. Also, it's just like a normal teacher, and also, vote whose ones are the best. My mommy's or mine right here.
dude, I totally vote for yours.
Right, mine right here, or this. Vote. Tell us on my mom. Send my mom an email.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Do you have any advice for people who are stuck at home right now and might be worried about the coronavirus?
It's okay, because it's almost done. The doctors are fixing about it. I hope. But and they all.
But do you have any advice for what people can do to stay to be okay and be peaceful?
Yes. Don't buy a lot of toilet paper. Don't buy a lot of toilet paper.
I love you.
Because it will last a long time.
He's not wrong, people. Okay, beat it. Let me finish this up. To recap, I'm available, and if you are my client, then you've got my personal cell phone number, and you should use it. I would love to hear from you. In fact, I desperately need to hear from you. But I'm happy to remind you of who you are, and all of your strengths. And so again, my challenge to you today is to decide who you want to be, and pick one or two values that reflect what you want to stand for right now, and write them down and keep them somewhere where you have to look at them. And in every transaction that you have with the world as we move through this, measure it against those values. Finally, the last thing I want to do is
actually buy a lot of toilet paper and also read this.
Thanks, buddy.
And now,
okay,
cut 10.
Beat it. Well, I need like 15 more seconds.
Okay.
Okay.
One.
No. I'm gonna try to read you. I'm gonna try to read you a poem because poetry is so healing to me.
Okay.
And no, dude, no, stop. You gotta stop. Give peace a chance. I'm going to try to read you a poem because poetry is super healing to me, and this is my favorite author, William Stafford.
After you do that, can I read a book?
Well, yes, you can, but can I do this, please?
Let's start it.
This is a poem called Ask Me by William Stafford. Oh, I can't see that. Okay, dude, you need to be quiet right now or it's big trouble. Okay. Sometime when the river is ice, ask me mistakes I have made. Ask me whether what I have done is my life. Others have come in their slow way into my thought, and some have tried to help or to hurt. Ask me what difference their strongest love or hate has made. I will listen to what you say. You and I can turn and look at the silent river and wait. We know the current is there, hidden, and there are comings and goings from miles away that hold the stillness exactly before us. What the river says, that is what I say. I'm going to try to do this every day. Not every day will be produced by Buster Ramon, but I want to try to check in with you every day this way. So call me or text me if you need me, and remember who you want to be in this time. Thanks, guys.